how you doing there? Henry Olson here from Super Simple Guitar. Welcome to another lesson. In today's lesson, I'm going to be teaching you the main little, part that we all know and love. And I'm also going to be showing you how you could use both pentatonic and the minor scale to do some cool improvisational stuff like I was just doing. So I kind of went into the main riff and then I just went crazy on it and, just exploded with notes, right? So I'm going to be giving you a couple of ideas about how you can do that in your own playing, get creative, start improvising, start soloing, but also learn this beautiful melody that's going to teach you how to bend in tune, bend soulfully, play melodically rather than just run a lot of notes, okay? So this is just a great lesson for bending, for tasteful playing, for melodic playing. Gary Moore, I love that guy. I wish he was still around. All right, so I'm also going to have the main little solo, lick tabbed out or riff or whatever you want to call it for my All Access members. So you guys who are members within the Lesson of the Week area of the membership, I'm going to have that tabbed out for you so it'll be easier to follow along. And if you're not yet a member, then check out the All Access membership. There's lots of great stuff in there. And I actually will ship you a copy of my picture chord book totally for free as a welcome gift when you join, if you're interested in that. All right, let's get into the close-up now. Let's check out this really, really great tune. All right, see you there. Alrighty, welcome to the close-up. So let's get right into it. So first I'm going to teach you the lick itself, and then I'm going to be talking about, the key it's in and how you could improvise, okay? So we're starting off on the 14th fret, 3rd string. Then we're going down to the 2nd string, 15th fret, and then we're going to the 2nd string, 17th fret. So that's okay. And now I also am on the neck pickup, okay? So it's 14, 3rd string, 15, 2nd string, 17, and then I'm doing a little bend up, and I'm doing a half bend, a half note bend into this note, okay? So that's, okay? So after I do that little bend up, so I kind of go down. So I go up, kind of let it down, and then I go back up, and then come back down, and then it ends here. So the important part is that you end on this note. What you do in between, you can kind of play around with, okay? So just an example of how I just stayed up there and then came down on this note. So this is the one you need to end on. That's the important part. What happens in between you can kind of play with. But try to go for this. Now I did 2 little bends into this note, right? So okay. Play around with that. There's different possibilities. Then it goes over here, and now we're going to do a whole note bend up, but we're going to start off on the 2nd string, 13th fret. So I'm going 13, 15, and now I'm doing a whole note bend into this note, right? The one that we started on before. So now I bend it up, let it ring, hit it again, without choking it out, went back down, and then ended here. So now with this phrase, it's important to end on this note. What you do in between, you could kind of experiment with. You could go, right? Put some emotion into what you're doing, depending on what you want to do, right? So again, important to end here. On this one, important to end here. Now for the last phrase, we're going 10, 12, 13. We're bending a whole note again up into this note. So 10, 12, 13 into 15. So that's ending on 12 now. Going to 10, 12, 14. So the whole thing, you know, kind of one way of playing it, right? Again, you can improvise with this. It just really matters the note that you bend into and the note that you end on, right? To end that little phrase. But what happens in between, you know, play with it, okay? So let me play the whole thing for you now. Little vibrato there at the end. Okay. And now if you wanted to keep going, you could go to... Okay, so in the original intro, he doesn't do that. In the original intro, he just ends it. Okay, but later on in the second solo, he goes 14, 16, 17, then he restarts. Then he adds a little bit more spice in there. Again, experiment with these little bending up, bending down, you know, letting it go down, choking it off. You know, it just really matters, again, the note that you bend into and the note that you end on, right, to end the phrase. In between, play with it, okay? Another cool thing that you could do now is on the second bend, when you bend up with the pinky, so let me bend up. With the pinky, you could grab this note here, which sounds really cool. Okay. Now to end it, another thing you could do would be a rake. You hear that? So what I'm doing there, and this is a little bit tricky, with my middle finger, I'm muting out the third and the fourth string. I'm still playing them though, which is creating this rake sound. Okay, and then this note, the 10th fret second string, isn't muted. Okay, so the third and the fourth string are muted, but this note isn't, and that's giving me this raking sound. Okay. Okay, so I did a little rake there too. You could also rake with your right hand, so muting the strings with your right hand. Except for the one that you're going to be playing. Okay, so experiment with that. And then after you played it 2 times, a cool thing that he does at the end is he'll go up to here, so he'll go. So instead of ending it, he'll go. And then he'll go up here. So this is basically A minor pentatonic. Just 1 octave up from where you would normally play your first position, right? So I'm starting off on the 17th fret now. Sorry, the 19th fret. No, the 17th fret, I was right the first time. So, here you can try to make a little lick up of your own. But just kind of try to end it on the note A, which is here on the 19th fret. So bend that one up, come back down. and then do a little lick, you know, experiment with it, do your own thing with it. So the basic, you know, scale that all of these notes are coming from are the A minor scale. Okay, so if you know your A minor pentatonic, that's great, right? You could do a lot of improvising after you're done playing the main lick just using the A minor pentatonic. But if you want to make it sound even more bluesier and spicier, if you know the A minor scale, that would give you even more of these bluesy notes, okay? So I'd recommend learning the A minor scale, right? And if you don't know that yet, I have an entire theory course that will teach you all of these scales. If you don't know the pentatonic, I have an entire course that will teach you about bending, about, you know, connecting the 5 scales, everything that you're going to need to know to improvise, you know, with ease, okay? So to conclude this lesson, the main thing is the notes that you bend into and the notes you end on, okay? You see I'm improvising now. I'm playing it a little bit different every time, but the notes that I'm bending into and the notes I'm ending on are always the same, okay? So get a backing track and make music with this, okay? Take what Gary Moore has given us, these golden pieces that sound so great, and experiment with bending, experiment with, you know, different combinations, and make it your own, okay? All right, I hope that this lesson made sense, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you do. All right, see you soon. Thanks for checking out this lesson. I really hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you really soon with more lessons. All right, have a great day. Henry Olsen here. Bye-bye.